Hey, everybody, welcome back. Devin Leauge, original Grognard, sitting down in the Grognard's corner at my lovely little card table that I've got set up for my gaming needs. And we are returning to finally getting around to playing second season football from play.com. It's my football game that I like. I enjoy this. So that's why I play it. Continuing with my 2018 Fictional League, the American League, although I think I usually call it the Americana League. And you know what? Screw it. It's my game. It's my fictional league, so I'm just going to keep calling them the Americana League. I think that sounds so much cooler. We're actually getting into the second week of gameplay, playing as my beloved Oklahoma City CattleBarons. And there we can see the offensive card. And they are going to be playing in Chicago at Al Capone Stadium this second week of the season. Oklahoma City and Chicago are fairly evenly rated, with maybe Oklahoma City being slightly ahead. We're going to be continuing to try to develop Oklahoma City's running game and see what happens with that, to kind of ease off a lot of the time that I spend playing the game. I'm going to be using the fast action card deck that Al Wilson has developed and designed. This is the 1.2, 1.5, something like that deck version. He just recently came out with a 2.0, which changes a couple of the play calls a little bit. I'm not going to be bothered to print out the fast action play deck for a third time, because I printed it out when he did 1.0, and then now I printed it out for like 1.2. I'm not doing it for 2.0 just because there's, a couple minor changes on a couple play cards. Out of 144 cards, I think he changed like maybe half a dozen, maybe a dozen of them, if that. Not going to reprint them out. So for everybody's interest, this is 1.2. Also not going to be having the field out to move the ball around. How normally, let's see if I can, because I don't have my normal one. The one I normally use here. Let's see if I've got a spare one. Yeah. Not going to be using this to track the yardage. I'm just going to go ahead and keep track of everything on the master score sheet. This is actually the second time I've attempted to play this exact same game. I kind of got a little frustrated the first time because I was messing up moving the ball on the pitch, and there were a couple rules issues that came up, and that just it irritated me so much I just threw it all back in the box and tossed it on the shelf for about a month and a half. But I'm back now. So again, we're going to be trying to speed up gameplay. I'm going to make mistakes. This isn't, as anybody who's a fan of the channel knows, I'm not the greatest player and game rules meister to begin with. But, I enjoy this game. I'm trying to do it as entertaining as possible. So no need to really watch it unless you really want to watch me flipping cards and such, or looking at the book or marking down. This is more to just kind of have in the background and stream. So anyway, Chicago is hosting Oklahoma City, the Oklahoma City CattleBarons against the Chicago Bootleggers at Al Capone Stadium in the Windy City of Chicago. And yes, there are rumors that there are several mobsters that may be buried in the foundations of Al Capone Stadium, but nothing's ever been confirmed, and the rumors still persist, even though it was built due to private financial donations from a lot of people who might have ties to organized crime. So it's no real surprise that the stadium went millions of dollars over budget. Lots of stuff disappeared, and hey, it's the Chicago way. What are you going to do? Not like the politicians are capable of doing much. But anyways, so Chicago, both sides are out. We're going to flip heads or tails. Oklahoma will call it flip. Yay, it landed heads. Oklahoma will elect to kick off. So they are going to kick off. And Chicago will receive. For the most part, I'm just going to let the fast action deck run everything. Although since I am playing as Oklahoma City throughout the season, there will be times I'll be stepping in to make a play call myself. But for the most part, we're going to be going off the fast action play deck. And let's take a look real quick. This is probably one thing that's going to slow me down as well, is the when I always go to showing things. So anyways, Chicago is going to be receiving. That means Oklahoma City is going to be kicking off. Job Boostworth is the kicker. His kickoff rating is AAA, so that's the chart we're going to be looking at. Part of me has kind of been fiddling with the idea of, well, do I really want to have... Kickers should be able to kick as hard as they want, and should be able to affect how powerful of a kick they are, because we're assuming that the AAA is assuming that that is the most powerful kick that he can do, and that if he wants to, that's where he's going to bury it. What if you don't want to kick it that far? What if you don't want to quite bury it in the end zone every time? Because a AAA kicker pretty much can bury it in the end zone. I mean, most of the time, it's got a better than 50% chance of it being buried in the end zone. So you start off at 35, 45, 45, 35, 25, 15, 5. Yeah, 65 yards. Anything over 65 yards is going to be burying it in the end zone. So take a quick look at the kickoff table. And since he's a AAA kicker, you add 12 yards. So 55, 60, 67. So anything that's 67 yards or more is going to be burying it in the end zone. Or no, is that the other way around? 12 yards. Yeah, so you add 12 yards onto this number. So it's 65, 55, 54, 53 yards. 53 yards. Anything above 53 yards, you're burying it in the end zone. So, is a 1 in 6 chance of not being able to do that. Well, most of the times, what if you don't want to bury it in the end zone? So I've kind of fiddled around with the idea of kickers not burying the ball with as much power as they can. And the nice thing about this, I mean, is you can do that in this game. You want to tweak something a little bit, tweak the fuck out of it, whatever. But we're just gonna stick with it. I'm still debating that, because a lot of times if you don't bury it in the end zone, then they retrieve it on like the 10 or the 20. End up like 15, 20, 25 yard run back. So sometimes maybe you do want to bury it. So again, fast action deck, we're kicking off. AAA kick, we'll go ahead and use the random number 13. So that's a 70-yard kick, but he's a AAA kicker, so adds 12 yards onto the kick. So yeah, he buries it 82 yards. Thump. All right. So, and yes, I will, as usual, I'll probably forget to mark the time off. I'm going to try to be a little bit better with that. But Chicago's going to have possession, first down and 10 on the touchback of 20-yard line. And a little idea that I got from Al Wilson, I just use these plastic stands right here and photocopy or copy out the play cards, the team cards. You got Oklahoma City offense, Chicago offense, so whoever's on offense, whoever's on defense. So I got Chicago on offense. It's right here. It's real easy to read. And, switch out the teams. I just switch out the cards. Real easy. It's a nice way of doing things, so that's how we're going to do things. All right, so Chicago is going to be... Let's see, am I doing this right? Yes, I am doing it right. Let's go ahead and try to move these over a little bit so we can see them a little bit more. All right, so offensive play. It's going to be a pass. Okay, now normally, sometimes you're going to see two different entries for pass or run, or what have you, on a play. Bring this up here so people can see it. Most of the people who play second season football and know Al Wilson and have this know what I'm talking about. But this is kind of a play tendency in the normal teams, the normal football seasons. The teams are rated as they're more apt to pass, more apt to run. So you use that. I mean, if it's a passing team, basically whenever this comes up, you go with whatever they're apt to do more than likely. The fictional teams do not have that, so I'm just going to go off whatever's the top instead of trying to figure out, all right, is this a pass team, is this a run team? How do you determine that? But so that's what that's going to be. So whenever you see the 2, we're just going to go with the top one. And again, we got the different calls. So first and second and any third and fourth and 4 is a normal run. Goal line, third and fourth 1 and 2 is a short. Third and fourth down, 5 to 10 is a long. Third and fourth 11. That's basically how you just look at it. I mean, so most of the time you're going to be looking at the normal. So Oklahoma City's pulling a pass defense against a offensive play of screen. So they're doing a screen pass versus a pass defense, and I need to get my book. I need to get the tabs just to make pulling this a lot easier to flip into the pages, because honestly that takes up a lot of time. So screen versus a pass play. Look at this page. Flip the card again. That'll give us our dice roll. 64. 64 is C, which is David Young, defensive safety for Oklahoma City. Is his rating a 0 pass? His rating is not a 0 pass. Completed, but the receiver was hauled down for no gain. So stopped at the line of scrimmage for no gain. So now it's going to be second, still Chicago's possession, 2nd and 10 from the 20. And just rinse, wash, repeat for the next one. We've got a blitz against a long pass. A long pass versus a blitz. And it's a 64 again. We're looking at H, which is the Chicago's defensive end, C.J. Coltner. And no, 64 is roll again on unusual results. Unusual results table, which is over here, unusual results. Flip the card, 64 again. Wow. All right, 64. Unusual 2-yard loss with a fumble on the play and an injury. Oh, my. Oh, my, oh, my, oh, my. Get that. So 64, 2-yard loss, injury on the line, or a flag on the line with an injury. All right, so, or fumble on the play with an injury. So I'll go to page 68 for fumble. And I'm hoping that as I get more familiar, get back to being more familiar with the rule set of this, will go a little bit quicker. All right, so roll. Well, we don't roll, but you flip the card. 53 is F rated 2. F is Jeremiah Wallace of Oklahoma City's defense. The linebacker, is he is F rated a 2? Yeah, this is a line fumble. F is not rated a 2. No. So the center would stop the ball, no return, NR, no return. So Jeremy Wallace slammed into the running back, who the ball popped free, but Mark Whitmer of the Chicago defense recovered the ball for no return, stopped on the line of scrimmage, but we also have an injury on play. Remember what the injury table is. Injury table, again, flip the card for the next random number, 65. Maybe I should roll these a little bit. We're getting a high bunch of numbers. Defender J injured on the play. Defender J is Tyree Cherry. So he is going to be injured on the play. Roll again on chart B, 66. Ooh, foot leg injury. Player's out for the rest of the game, plus D6 games. Ooh, he's going to be out for 3 games. I'm going to have to mark that down. So that's the other good thing about printing these out on regular paper, is that if something goes down, I can just take the paper out, put a line through him, and that's too bad, because Tyree's actually pretty good, but he's going to be out for 3 games. And just mark that down. And continue play. All right. Actually, bink again. I'm forgetting to mark time. So Chicago still has the ball. 3rd and 10 on the 20. So 3rd and 10 is actually going to be a long. So 3rd and 4th down with 5 to 10 yards to go. Is a long, so they're doing a pass. Pass defense with a screen, or so. Chicago's throwing a screen with Oklahoma City doing a pass defense. Screen versus a pass. And flip the card. 55. Yeah, I'm going to have to shuffle these a little bit better. I think getting lots of high numbers. 55 roll again on the usual results table. Wow. What are the odds of that? So flip the card. 32 on the unusual results. 6-yard gain, but there's a penalty on the play. So a short pass that made 6 yards, but we have a penalty. Flip the card. 23. 23 on a pass is a offensive. That's a 3A offensive false start. 5 yards, repeat down. Ooh, that's not good. They're going to take that, so it's going to be Chicago. 4th down, or 3rd down. 15 to go on the 15. Repeat the down. So, mark it off. Mark the time off. All right, so now we're, again, this is going to be very long because now we're 3rd and 4 and at least 11 yards to go. So this is going to be very long. So obviously, Chicago's going for a long pass versus the blitz defense. Long pass versus the blitz defense. 33 EC. Is EC a 2-pass? EC is not a 2-pass. Unable to make catch, incomplete. Oh, God, that's not good. Just slips out of his hands. So it's an incomplete. So Chicago is 4th and 15 on their 15. Obviously, are going to have to punt it. So the special team comes out, and Chicago's punter, Michael Krumer, his average distance is 44 yards. So let's look on the punt column. And we're just doing a normal punt, routine punt. Is there anything else on that chart we need to know about? Nope, nothing else we need to know about. So 63 on the punt chart. Heavy punt rush, go to PB column, board D. So, all right, I have to look at P. Okay, PB is blocked kick. Blocked kick. And let's see what the effects of the block kicked are. 21. Blocker E or F. Okay, blocker E or F. Where's my blocker? No, his block is not an E or an F. It's a B. Okay, so ends up they rushed him. They almost blocked it, but he managed to get a 47-yard punt off. No return. So 15, 25, 35, 45, 45, 40, 39, 38. Okay. So Oklahoma City is going to be 1st and 10 on their 38. And since we switch teams, again, and just real easy, flip it out like that. Nice and convenient. Mark time off. Actually, 30 seconds. All right. So first opening drive for the Oklahoma City CattleBarons. I'm going to step in. I'm going to do an outside. I'm going to declare an outside run. So we flip the card. So normally we'd go with a short, but since I'm declaring it, I'm going with the outside run versus a safe defense. Outside run versus safe defense. 65. Wow. I is I a run 2. Is not a run two. Runner dances through the defenders for 6 yards. Probably Malik Garner. He's my big running back. Malik Garner went ahead and blew through a hole for 6 yards. 2nd and 4 on the 44. All right, now since we're 4 yards, we're gonna again look at a different entry because. Okay, first and second downs and any are always normal. So in out, I'm going to go with in versus a pass defense. Inside run versus a pass defense. Again, Chicago does like that, or Oklahoma City does like that in those runs versus a pass defense. Flip it for an 11. Oh, that's a good one. This is where we pick up the quarterback's rating. Or is it the running back's rating? The running back. Nope. Yes, and it was an inside run. His inside run rating is a B. So he makes it, let's see, 11B. Up, gets stuffed after 1 yard. So Oklahoma City, 3rd and 3 from the 45. Got stuffed after just 1 yard. Brought down a little bit hard. So 3rd and 3. So what are we going to be looking at? That's a short. Nope. That's a normal. 3rd and 4. So yeah, most of the time you're going to be looking at the normal. That's just the way it seems to work out. So inside run versus a safe defense. Just coming up that Oklahoma City's pulling off the runs. So inside versus a safe defense. 41 is TA a run 2. TA Justin Barker is not a run 2. So it goes to the XR column, which one we got to pull another card for, another random dice roll. We got a 36. Is F a run 2? F is not a run 2. Barges through hole for a big 9-yard gain. Oh, Chicago or Oklahoma City picked up the first down. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from 45 to the 44. To Chicago's 44, getting them inside the 50-yard line, getting them in good field goal position. They probably need to make about another 10 yards before they can really do a good field goal. But it looks like the Oklahoma offense is just running over Chicago. Chicago's trying to play the offensive game, but Oklahoma City's having none of that. They're sticking to their strengths. They're giving the ball to Malik Garner. He's blowing holes left and right. Every once in a while, they're giving them to Kellen Boulware, the alumni of University of New Orleans. So got a couple good running backs and wide receivers for Oklahoma City. They just need a couple more years of seasoning. They'll have an outstanding run game. They do need to tighten up their wide receiver, Jude Lofton. He's a good wide receiver, but he just needs some more seasoning to have a really good, powerful running game. You need to have that outside wide receiver every once in a while because you just can't rely on the ground game. You've got to go to the passes every once in a while. You've got to make those passes count. Now, Oklahoma City's quarterback, Wally Williamson, really good quarterback. He's a veteran of who was he with last year? He was with the New Jersey Pit Bosses, but New Jersey decided they wanted to leave. Or the Pit Bosses decided they wanted to leave New Jersey, and they decided to shift the franchise to San Diego. Their quarterback, Wally Williamson, decided not to go with him, became a free agent, got picked up by Oklahoma City. And it's going to be kind of interesting because Oklahoma City will be facing the new Pit Bosses franchise that moved from New Jersey down to San Diego later this year. So it's going to be real interesting to see Wally Williamson playing against his former teammates. Anyways, 1st and 10 from the 44, and we got about 12 minutes left. There were 12 minutes to go in the quarter. We got a safe defense versus a short pass. I guess Chicago is getting tired of trying to pick up the pass. Game or pass game, and they're going to a safe defense, probably a good thing to do. And Oklahoma City is actually going with a pass play this time. So short pass versus safe defense. We got a 26. Is TB or FB a 2-pass? TB is not a 2-pass. FB is not a 2-pass. Dumped off complete for 2d6 yards, but there is a flag on the field. So, went for the short pass and dumped it off. How many yards did they make? Oh, 2 yards. Passed it for old 2 yards, but multiple flags on the field. And let us see what the penalty is. Actually, I should have been, instead of rolling the dice, I should have flipped the card for it, because that's the 2d6 right there that you go for. 15. 15 is a defensive face masking. Uh-oh. Oh, let's just see. Who? Well, I don't want to. Yeah. Flagrant face masking by the Chicago defense. 15 yards, automatic first down. That could not have come at a worse time. That puts Oklahoma City definitely in field goal range. So we're now 1st and 10 from the 29. And so continue on the play. The next play, we've got safe defenses versus the inside run. I just love how the deck is definitely forming up Oklahoma City's run offense. Inside run versus safe, but of course Chicago is definitely there. They've been burned far too many times by going for a pass defense when Oklahoma City's going for the run defense. So we got an inside versus a safe. We got a 35. 35 is FB. That's Austin Holcher. Is he a run 0? He is not a run 0. Plunges through the line for 4-yard gain. Oh my. Oklahoma City just cannot be stopped on the ground today. 1st and 6 from the 25. Clock continues to tick. They are just shooting holes in Chicago's ground defense left and right. 2nd and 6th, we're going for screen pass versus the blitz. Yeah, it kind of doesn't surprise me that Chicago's a little bit pissed and decided that there's a strat, just blitz them. So got a screen pass versus the blitz. Screen pass versus the blitz. We got a 36. 36 is GB. Is GB a 0 pass? Warren Rathbone, the offensive guard for Oklahoma City, is not a 0 pass. Grabs a low pass, tackled after 0 yard or after 1d6 yards. So since we've got 1d6 yards, we actually have the way right here for 1d6 as well. So a short pass and picks up Oklahoma 1 yard. So it's now 3rd and 5 from the 24. Clock continues to tick away. 10:45 left in the quarter. Oklahoma City is in excellent field goal scoring position, but you know they want to push that ball into the end zone for the win or for the touchdown. Play continues. So this is 3rd and 5. So on a 3rd and 5, what are we looking at? 3rd and 5. Zoom. 3rd and 5. We're looking at what is that? That's a long. All right, so we got the blitz, short pass versus the blitz again. Probably a good call by Chicago. Short pass versus the blitz. Flip it for a 34. 34 is EC. Is EC a 2-pass? I'm going to say right now he is not a 2-pass. Quick completion for D6 yards. F or Z passer incomplete. Let's take a look at Wally Williamson. No, he is not a F or Z passer. He's an A passer. So picks up 2 more yards. So a little bit driving ahead. We're now 4th and 3. Ooh, from the 22. Do we go for it or do we go for the field goal? Do we go for it or do we go for the field goal? Focus that in. Yeah, we're gonna have to go for the field goal. So, special teams come out. His field goal rating is a AA. This is a kickoff from the 22-yard line, and you bring it back, what, 13, 17 yards? I can never remember the exact distance. Well, you know what? Let's just roll it, and if it's too far under, then we'll worry about it. Take a look at the field goal attempts. Field goal attempt. His field goal rating is AA. So we got a 34, and he makes it from 53 yards out. Yeah, so it's good. Up between the risers, and Oklahoma gets on the board with a 3-point field goal, giving them the early lead. All right, so Oklahoma City's kicking team was going to be returning to the field, and we're going to be kicking it again. Set it up. Oops, didn't mark off the time. We get a 56, which is 54 yards, but he's a AAA, so add another 12, so 66 yards. Yeah, that goes into the end zone for a touchback. Chicago will pick it up. 1st and 10 on their 20. We've been here before with them. Let's see if this drive works out a little bit better than their last drive. And again, since we're switching teams, we just switched to play cards. Isn't that cool? I just love that idea. And these cards cost me, these placards cost me like $7 a pop at my local Staples. Alrighty, so we're going 1st and 10. It's going to be a run versus, it's going to be medium pass versus run defense. Medium pass versus run defense, 45. GB a 2-pass. GB is a 2-pass. Carter Albrecht is a really good pass player. So he is a 2-pass. Quarterback has all day to find the open man because the guard, Carter Albrecht, is able to stuff down any defense trying to punch through. Picks up Q yards, and it's a bomber, but unfortunately Matt Harrell, the quarterbacker for Chicago, is not a bomber-rated player, so it's only going to go Q yards, which is 12. So he picks up an easy 12 yards with plenty of time. 1st and 10 from 32. Make sure we mark off that time. The Chicago stadium is starting to get a little bit wild now, since they were starting to get a little bit quiet and frustrated in the first half of the quarter. We're going short versus a blitz, short pass versus a blitz. Chicago keeping with the pass offense. Short pass versus the blitz. And we're looking at a 45, which is TB a 0 pass. TB is not a 0 pass. And that is solid blocking completed for R minus D6 yards. So who did the ball go to? A lot of times I don't declare who is going to, just to save time. But if I need to figure out, we've got this right here, which is a D20 roll. So it was a short pass, which would go, and it's number 5, which would go to Booker. And that's Vincent Booker. His R rating is 10 yards. So he picked it up for 10 minus D6. Actually, I don't even have to do that. I just flip the card. 10 minus 3 picks up 7 yards. So Chicago 2nd and 3 from the 39. With 8:30 left in the quarter. 2nd and 3. We're going medium. Let's see, 2nd and 3 just to make sure. Yeah, 2nd and 3. Third or 4th down with 3 and 4 is a normal. So we're going a medium pass versus run defense. This could be bad for Oklahoma defense. We're going with a medium pass versus a run defense. Usually tends to not turn out well. 43 is EC a pass 2. EC is not a pass 2. Defender breaks up pass incomplete. All right, that could have gone a lot worse. So Chicago, 3rd and 3 from the 39. Let's see, 3rd and 3. What's 3rd and 3? That's normal again. So we're going for a medium pass versus a safe defense. Medium pass versus safety. Okay, one thing I did want to point out about Al's cards, whenever you come up with whenever you pull the red stop sign or the D20 marker, because that's actually the D20 position, if your quarter is matching what it says, there's one card in this deck for each first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. If you hit the first quarter in the first quarter, you get to reshuffle the deck after the play. Actually, I even think it's before the play, but I'm going to just do it after the play. So we are going to be shuffling the deck. That's how you kind of recycle the deck during gameplay. It's 46 on a medium versus safe. 46 is roll again on the unusual events table. Unusual events of 56. 56 is, big 7-yard sack. And a fumble on the play. Oh no, this is going to be very, very, very bad. Stuffed the quarterback back in his own protected area. You don't think a quarterback could have to worry about getting smacked down that far behind his line, but it happens on occasion. And this is a line fumble. Let's go ahead and check the line fumble. 56 is H-rated 2. Who is H? H is C.J. Cotner, the defensive end for Oklahoma City. So he made the bust through and made the push on the quarterback. 56, is he rated a 2? He is not rated a 2. So designated runner actually receives the ball for no return. All right, so still ended up losing the 7 yards, got smacked hard, ball popped out of his hands, but one of the Chicago tight ends was able to pick it up. So it's going to be 4th and 10. Back from the 32, back to where they started off from. That is not good at all. So that would be more time marked off. 4th and 10. Yeah, they're gonna have to punt it. They are far too back in their own 32. So their punting is Michael Cromer. He comes out for the punt. Oh, we need to shuffle the deck. So, wish these cards were just a little bit bigger. Either that or I need to laminate. Of course, if I laminate them, it'll be very, very hard to shuffle them. But these are printed out on cardstock, and they're a little bit hard to shuffle, especially with their size. So, I could do that, but that's going to bend the cards all up. Again, not that I can't reprint these out sometime at my own leisure in the future, but then I have to cut them all out, and that's a pain in the butt to do. So hopefully we won't have to do that too often in the future. All right, so that's a good enough shuffle for now. Cut it a couple different ways, and let's go ahead and do the kickoff or the punt. 26. 20. Keep getting unusual results. Unusual results column, board B. Let's see what the unusual punt is. Roll another 2d6. 53. Poor snap, only a 41-yard, but there is a penalty on the play. I'll go to the penalties chart. Getting a lot of penalties so far today. I wonder which one this is going to go after. Oops, don't have to roll the dice, just flip the card. 22. It is offensive false start, which is 5 yards. Repeat down. No, I don't think Oklahoma City is going to take that. They're just going to go with the what was that? A 41-yard bad snap or bad setup for 41-yard punt. So we'll go ahead and take that. 41-yard punt, and Chicago or Oklahoma City's punt returner. Let's see. Roll for returns. I don't do punts very often, so my knowledge on that is just a touch. I think it's just, unless there's any type of odd return, it just goes off the rating of the... No, it doesn't do that. Oh, we're just going to say it's 41 yards. Don't take a look into that. I know. Not knowing the rules very well. 41 yards. So 32, 42, 48, 38, 28. Yes, I'm doing my math slowly by numbers. 28, 27, 27. Yeah, okay, so on the 27. OKC picks it up 1st and 10 from the 27. And yes, even when I had my pitch out here, I was still messing that up. So hopefully I'm not messing it up too bad anymore. I probably am. That whole math thing, it's never strong in math. You'd think someone who got into gaming and sports games would know math. I don't. Let's go ahead and mark more time off. 7:15 left in the quarter. In Oklahoma City, we're going with a short pass versus a blitz defense. Short pass versus blitz defense. Flip it for a 21. 21. This goes off of the quarterback's rating. The quarterback's Wally Williamson's his A rating. His completion rating is an A, and it's an incomplete pass. All right, so the blitz gets in there, gets him a little bit flustered. He passes it, bounces off the fingertips of his receiver. 2nd and 10 from the 27. I'm going to step in as a general manager. We're going to do an outside run. So an outside run versus a run defense. Crap. Hoping maybe I'd trick the Chicago defense. So outside run versus a run defense. Probably going to get stuffed at the line. 12? Actually, maybe not. Going off of the quarterback's, this is an outside run. And his outside run rating is AA. And it's a 12 on AA. Goes to the XR column. XR 41. Is EA a run 0? EA is not a run 0. Drags defenders down after 10 yards. All right, so picks up the first down. So 1st and 10 from the 37. And the clock just keeps running. Screen pass versus safe defense. Screen pass versus safe defense. 36. TA 0 pass. TA is not a 0 pass. Complete over heavy pass rush for D6 yards. So picks up 4 yards from the pass. Oklahoma. 2nd and 6 from the 41. And that was a complete pass, so the time keeps on rolling. So we've got 2nd and 6, so it's going to be screen pass versus a pass defense this time. All right, so Oklahoma City is kind of giving up on the run game a little bit. 26. TB or TA a pass to. I can almost guarantee they're not. TA is not. TB is not. 11-yard sack by choice linebacker. Dre Lewis pulls him down after 11 yards. So manages. That's actually probably one of the bigger runs I've seen in a long time. So 1st and 10, 41, 49, 48-yard line. And time keeps going. Almost putting him in good field goal position again. That's one of those dual, depending on what the tendency of the team is. Don't have those in the fictional league. Outside run versus a safe. Outside run versus a safe. 25. Is TB or FB a run 0? TB or FB is not a run 0. Actually, maybe. No, that's QB. FB. Oh, FB is a run 0. Okay, normally, take a look at this real quick. So we're taking a look at either TB or FB. First number is their pass rating. Second number is, or the number after the slash is their run rating. So actually, TB and FB both are pass 1, but they're rated at 1 negative for run. Basically, if it's a negative, if you're within the defense's 50-yard line, you subtract 1 from that value. We are within the enemy, the defense's 50-yard line. So both Brown and I haven't got my glasses on, so I can't see. Austin, both drop from a 1 to a 0, so they are a 0. Missed assignment, 5-yard lost. Oh, so yeah, that was a bad play for bad play all around. 5-yard loss. 2nd and 15, 48, 50 from the 47. Well, the good thing is they're no longer within the defense's 50 anymore, so they don't have to worry about that rating. All right, so 2nd and 15, so still a normal, so it's going to be short pass versus safe defense. Green, short pass versus safe defense. 64, roll again on unusual results. 25 on the unusual results table. 2 yards out of bounds, penalty on the play. So they made 2 yards before he was shoved out of bounds, but there was a penalty on the play. It's a run play. 12 on a run play is a offensive clipping, 15 yards, repeat down. Ooh, yeah, I think Chicago's going to take that one. Okay, so it's going to be 2nd and 30 from 47, 37, 32. Ooh, 2nd and 30. Yeah, definitely. The Chicago fans are definitely all riled up. They think their team's got their mojo back, and they're definitely stopping Oklahoma City on this drive. So this is a long one. 2nd and 30 is going to be actually. No, 2nd down and inning is going to be a normal play. So inside run versus a run defense. Has someone managed to hack into the Oklahoma City playbook? Because it looks like Chicago is now reading their offensive plays. Inside run versus a run. 26. F or J, a run 0. F or J, yes, they are a run 0. Well, one of them is anyways. Hitting backfield, surges forward for 1 yard. Oh, so not good for Oklahoma. Managed to pick up a whole 1 yard. 3rd and 29 from the 33. That and that. All right, I am, 3rd and, yeah, this is very long, so we're going with the long pass. I'm calling it, so long pass versus pass defense, yeah, not a big surprise. Long pass versus pass defense, 35. Is the QB a 2-pass? No, Wally Williamson's not a 2-pass. Receiver covered, incomplete. Oh, how distressing. Oklahoma is stopped 4th and 29 from their 33. So, yeah, they're going to have to bring out the punt team because they're way out of field goal range. And they punted. Thump. 15 on the punt table. Let's make sure I have the punt table up. 15 on the punt table is punter unloads plus 10 to average, and it is returnable. And Norris Wagner is Oklahoma City's punter. His average is 44, so it's going to go 54 yards, and it is going to be returnable. So let's see how far back The return is going to be returns again. We flip it. 51 is going to be, I almost thought unusual, plus 2 yards to the return rating. Who's the return? Daquan Hernandez is the punt returner, so he returns 10 yards and plus the 2, so 12 yards. So it was, oh, I forgot to, oopsie, this is where my poor memory comes into play. It was what, 44 yards? Yeah, we're going to say it's 44 yards. No, 54, because he had plus 10 to it. 54, returned for 12. So a grand total of, yes, I know if I had my pitch out, it'd probably be a lot easier. 54, 42. So 42-yard punt. It ends up that way. So 33, 43, 47, 37, 27, 26, 25, 24, 20. So it picks it up on the 23. That's what we're going to say. Chicago picks it up 23. And yes, I'm sure there are people, I'm doing the math wrong, but you know what? I don't care. This is just a fun game for me to play. And if you want to come along and watch the ride, that's all good too. All right, Chicago on the offense. Let's see what they're going to do. 1st and 10, outside run versus the safe. Outside run versus the safe. Oh, come on. Outside run versus the safe. We've got a 65. Is K a run 2? K is not a run 2. The runner finds the seam, accelerates ahead for 7 yards, punches through. So 2nd and 3 from the 30. And we're getting close to the 2-minute warning. We got a short pass versus a safe defense. Green short pass versus a safe defense. 35. Is GB a 2-pass? I can almost guarantee he's not a 2. Oh, he is a 2-pass. Carter Aldrich is a 2-pass. So XS column. Roll on the XS column. 25. GA or GB is 0-pass. GA is not. GB is not. Caught, breaks tackle, 12 yards. They're just 12 yards ahead. So a couple really great plays, 3 plays that Chicago's managed to pull off. So 1st and 10 from the 42. And they really, at least at the minimum, want to try to get at least in field goal position before the end of the quarter. Outside run versus a pass defense. Outside versus a pass defense. 14. Okay, what's the quarterback rated? Quarterback Matt Harrell is one of the better quarterbacks in the league, and he's actually rated at quad A. So we go to the XR column. Roll on the XR column of 13. Is GA a run 0? GA is not a run 0. Twists ahead for 7 yards. So now Chicago seems to be the unstoppable, as they pick up 7 yards, 2nd and 3rd from the 49. And let's keep, we've come down to the 2-minute warning. Okay, inside run versus a run defense. Yeah, because it's 2nd down. Inside run versus a run defense. $53. Is G a run 0? G is not a run 0. Overwhelmed for 1 yard loss. So now finally, Oklahoma City finally manages to stop that run offense that they're supposed to be the good ones at. And Chicago ends up using a yard. So 3rd and 4th from the 48, which again is going to be a normal run or normal pass or normal play call. Inside run versus pass. That could be bad. That could be a 1st down for Chicago. Inside run versus a pass of 15. Look at the quarterback's rating. Again, his rating is quadruple A. So we'll go to the XR column. 54. XR column is B, a run 2. I doubt B. Oh, B. Rondell Campbell is a run 2. Oh, the gap. He plugs the gap, but still managed to surge ahead for D6 yards. How many yards? They managed to surge ahead for 3 yards. Oh, painful. 4th and 1. Oh my. Oh, that's just horrible from inside the, so 4th and 1 from the 49. Ooh, we're going to have to take a look at Chicago's kicker. His field goaler is a triple A. With a triple A field goal attempt from the 49, it'll be 50 something. Less, it's probably less than a 1 in 6 chance or 1 in 3 chance. Now, I hate to say it, they're probably going to have to punt it. So, special team comes out. The punter punts the ball. Thump. 33 on the punt table. Routine punt. 3 yards to average, return of B or better, no return. So average, the punter, take a look at his stats. Average 44. If his return is a B or better, nope, no return. His return is not B or better. His return is a C. So there will be a return. So that was what, 44? Was there any modification? So 33 is 3 yards to average. So it's a 47-yard kick. So let's go ahead and make sure we mark that down. 47-yard kick. And it is returnable. So let's go ahead with the returns of 24. 24 minus 5 yards from the return grade. And our punt return is Rondell Campbell. And his punt return is 8, so it's minus 5 from that, so he only picks up 3 yards. So it's a grand total of 44 from the 49, 41, 31, 21, 11. Let's see if I'm doing that. 49, yeah, 41, 31, 21, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. So it lands on the 7. Is that right? Yes, that is right. So OKC 1st and 10 from the 7, deep in their own territory. There's not much time left in the quarter. We've got about a minute left in the quarter. And it's taken me almost an hour to do this, 1 quarter. And I was hoping to speed this up a little bit. Screen pass versus a run defense. We definitely want to get out of that hole. Screen pass versus run defense. 13. Quarterback rating. Let's go ahead and make sure we flip out our teams here. Quarterback rating. Wally Williamson. His rating is an A. And we rolled a 13 on an A is D6 yards. So Oklahoma City picks up 4 yards on the short pass. 2nd and 6 on the 11. Down to 30 seconds left on the clock. Screen versus a safe. Screen versus safe. We've got a 46. 46 is roll again. Unusual results. I don't like the unusual results table. Bad things happen on the unusual results table. 51. 51 on the unusual results. Bad snap. 1 yard loss. That's so you can see that. Oh, I'm going to blame the safety for that one. Okay, so 1 yard loss is going to be 3rd and 7 from the 10. And that will run out the clock. That's the end of the first quarter. End of the first quarter, we have Oklahoma City CattleBarons 3, Chicago, what did I call them? Chicago Bootleggers 0. All right, start of the second quarter. OKC 4th down with 8 yards to go on the 9-yard line. Yeah, I think they're going to have to punt it. All right, 36 on the punt. Average, fair caught. What the hell does average mean? Oh, yeah, punter's average rating. Punter's average rating is a 44. So it's going to go 44 yards, which will put it on the... put it on the 47, and it will be returned 54. Yep, 54 on the return, plus 6 yards to the return rating. The punt return, Chicago's punt returner, Daquan Hernandez, punt rating is 10, so 14-yard return. It's a good return. We'll take it to the 10, yeah, 14. I swear I need to jot all this stuff down on a separate sheet of paper. So 43, 50, 43. All right, so Chicago will pick it up 1st and 10 on the 43. Oh, totally forgot. 2nd quarter, shuffle the cards. Shuffle the cards every quarter. In addition to the one time that it does show up. All right, good enough. Chicago starts their 5th drive of the game, 4th drive. Short versus a safe defense. Short pass versus a safe defense. 36. GA a 2 pass. GA, let's see what. Normally he's a 2 pass, but he kind of loses it in the 50 or in the defender's side of the field, so it's actually 1. So he is not a 2 pass. Let's see, 36. Pressure from IJK. So pressure from the defensive ends, and the pass is incomplete. So 2nd and 10 on the 43. Short pass versus a pass defense. 31. GB or CE a 0 pass. GB is not a 0 pass. CE is not a 0 pass either. Production holds, dumped off to SB. Who is SB? The wide receiver, Devontae Grantham, picks up D6 yards. So picks up 2 yards. So 3rd and 8 from the 41, which is going to be a long. So we got a medium pass versus the blitz. Medium pass versus the blitz. 63. Is F a 2 pass? F is not a 2 pass. Go to the XM column. So XM column is a 63. Is B a 2 pass? B is a 2 pass. Rondell Campbell. Receiver knockdown. What is that? Oh, quarterback dumps off to alternative receiver for 2D6 yards. Well, that's annoying. Receiver knocked down, but the quarterback still got the pass off. So Matt Harrell for 2d6, so we'll just go with that. So that's a 10 yards. Annoying. So first and 10 from the 31 because they picked up 10 yards. One of the biggest things I've got to remember is the time. I just don't know what it is. I just never mark off the time, and I think that kills me in the game. All right, so first and 10 from the 31. Chicago continuing their drive. We've got a trick play versus, or run play versus, or trick play versus a run defense. Now, tricks can only happen once a half. And what page are tricks on? Surprised that they would pull a trick at this stage of the game. Interceptions. I think I've seen a trick play maybe once or twice in all the games I've played. So I'm not really sure. Well, let's go to the cards. That's not it. Blocked. No. Check the front of the book. And I know if I knew where the charts were, penalty, injury, inside runs, normal kickoffs, penalty chart, trick plays, there we go, versus any defense. 46. Choice wide receiver runs ball on double reverse. Go to unusual results column, page 15. Well, they pulled a double reverse. Go to page 15 for unusual results. Oops, what was that? Oh, that was first quarter, so I don't have to worry about the stop sign because it was the first quarter and we're in the second quarter. 16. So for a grand total of 7 yards, but there is a penalty on the play. Uh-oh. Not good. 61. Ooh. Let's see. This was a run play, so defensive holding. 5 yards, automatic first down. You know what? I think Chicago will take that. They'll accept that. So first and 10 from the 31, 30, 29, 20, 27. 30, 27. Yes, I'm bad at math. I know this. I've always been bad at math. Screen pass versus run defense. Screen pass versus run defense. 52 is K a zero pass. K is not a zero pass. Just out of reach, incomplete unless the quarterback was a exceptional passer. Oh, Matt Harrell is an exceptional passer. I'm going to have to check the rule book to see what happens on something that the exceptional quarterback makes the exceptional passers. Oh, okay, so it had to be an exceptional receiver. He's an exceptional passer, but the play called for an exceptional receiver, which, yeah, nobody's got an exceptional receiver, so I don't have to worry about that. All right, so that was a just out of reach, incomplete. It's going to be second and 10 from the 26. The Chicago Bootleggers are definitely within field goal range. Let's see if they can go ahead and either make the field goal or press in for a touchdown. Short pass versus safe defense. Short pass versus safe defense. 32. Is the quarterback a two-pass? Normally, Matt Harrell is a two-pass, but he's within the 50-yard line. He's within the defensive, the 50-yard defensive side, and so he actually. Oh no, that's a pass. That was his run. I was looking at his run number. His pass is actually a two. So yes, excess column for an out of bounds. So 41 is EA a zero pass. EA is not a zero pass. Ooh, spins free at the sideline, picks up 16 yards, and eventually gets pushed out of bounds. Huge gain for Chicago. 1st and 10 from the 10. They're definitely within scoring position. Inside run versus safe defense. Inside run versus safe defense of 15. Uh-oh, going straight to the quarterback's completion rating, and he's a quad A, goes to the XR column. So 25. Is GA or GB a run 0? GA is not a run 0. GB is not a run 0. Nope, bust through the gap, 8-yard gains. Chicago is definitely 2nd and 2 from the 2, so 2nd and goal to go from the 2-yard line. Chicago has definitely found their mojo and are now just running right over Oklahoma City, much to the cheering crowds. Short versus safe defense. Short pass versus safe defense. Screen pass. Short pass versus safe defense. 64. Roll again on unusual results. We don't like the unusual results. 25 on the unusual results. 2 yards out of bounds. Oh, but there's a penalty on the play. This could be a touchdown, yet we have a penalty. Flag on the play. And what is the flag? 63 on a pass. Oh, multiple penalties. Roll 2 dice, offsetting penalties or accept greater penalty. Wow. So roll twice. So we've got 21, which is offensive false start. But we also have 25, which is, again, another offensive false start. So 5 yards, repeat down. Yeah, I think Oklahoma City's going to accept that one. So repeat down, 2nd and goal to go from the 7. Short pass versus safe defense. We were just here. 33, is EA a pass 2? EA a pass 2. EA is not a pass 2. Gathered in, complete for 1/2 our yards. Okay, so this time we actually are going to have to figure out who the pass was to. So we'll just go off of what this dice roll was, because you use a 20-sided dice for determining random players. So 20 on a short pass is... They don't even have a... Chicago does not have a listing for the 20 dice roll. That is odd. Take a look at that. So for screen short and mediums, there is nothing for 20. Gonna have to inform Keith about that. So I guess we'll just go with another. 12. 12 is going to be Reed, and what is Reed's R rating? Reed's R rating is 12, so half of that, 6 yards. Oh, just manages to get short. 3rd and inches at the 1-yard line. So 3rd and goal to go. Whoops. Helps if I point the camera where it's supposed to go. There we go. As the GM, I'm going to step in and call a blitz on this play. So it's going to be a short pass against blitz, which is what they would have called anyways. But, you know, my Deus Ex Machina, or however it's pronounced, my God's hand is going to be slipping in for that one. So short versus the blitz on a 65. Is C a zero pass? C is not a zero pass. Blitz forces low throw, incomplete unless the receiver is exceptional. The receiver, moot point. I don't have to figure out which receiver it could be, because none of the receivers on Chicago are exceptional. So it's going to be an incomplete pass. 4th and goal to go with 1 yard. Oh, they got to go for it. I mean, that's kind of all there is to it. 4th and 1, yeah. Even if they don't make it, they'll be forcing Oklahoma City to pick up on the 1 yard line, and Chicago's shutting down Oklahoma City right now. So we don't see this very often. You going for it, 4th and 1? I'm going to step in again and say that Oklahoma City is doing a blitz. So short versus the blitz again. So 54, weren't we just here? Is F a 2-pass? F is not a 2-pass. Uh-oh, it goes into the XS column. This is going to be bad. Ooh, 66. Ow. Is quarterbackers grade greater than a 0? His grade is greater than a 0. Open field, go. So a go would basically be a go for it roll, which would be this chart right here. And it doesn't really matter because we only need to go 1 yard. The go for it table could either be a minimum of 12 yards, a maximum of 94 yards. Actually, it's a 12 plus a D6 to a maximum. Yeah, so yeah, it's... It is a touchdown for Chicago. Let's see if they make their extra point. Their kicker extra point rating is AAA. And where is the extra point table? Okay. Got a 22. And let's see. 22 is good. Yeah, no big surprise. So Chicago takes the lead, 7-3, early in the second quarter, and have been basically just shattering and smashing through, brushing aside Oklahoma's defense like it wasn't even there. So they're going to go ahead and kick off and kick it back to Oklahoma City. Their kicker's kickoff rating is AA. So again, it's probably going to get buried. 55 is a 55 is a KO question mark 2. Oh, bounces out of bounds, penalty. that penalty that pushes it back 10 yards, doesn't it? I cannot remember what a penalty on the kickoff is. I believe it pushes it back 10 yards for the oh well, I'm sure someone out there will correct me. Again, that's not something you see quite often. So they're going to go ahead and kick it again, being 10 yards further back. 32 is going to be 63 yards plus the 13, so 76. Yeah, it's going to put it into the end zone. Again, we see it go into the end zone. So OKC is going to be picking it up 1st and 10 from their own 20. Switch out the cards. I am going to Deus Ex and do my outside run versus whatever they come out with. Outside run versus safe. I like inserting myself every once in a while just to remind the game who's in charge. Outside run versus a safe. 23. Ooh, goes off of the quarterback's complete. Is that the quarterback's complete? Yes, it would be the quarterback's complete. Oh, no. It would be the runner's outside run rating. Who would? Oh, this would have gone to Mallet Garner regardless. So Mallet Garner, because he's my go-to guy for the outside run. So he's got a outside run rating of AA, and on a 23, could have been big, but he gets stomped at the goal or at the line of scrimmage, makes no yards, gets stuffed flat. Looks like Chicago's starting to adapt to the Oklahoma City's run game. So 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. Okay, now I'm not going to mess around with my team anymore. Inside run versus a safe defense. Inside run versus a safe. 12. Ooh, another possible big run. Who's my inside runner? Who's my inside runner? Oh, I guess that will be Malik Garner again. His inside run rating is a B, or it could be Mark Coons. Yeah, maybe Mark Coons. Regardless, they're both Bs. So their B rating only picks up 1 yard. So picks up a whole 1 yard. So 3rd and 9 from the 21. 3rd and 9. That's going to make it a long play. So we're going to go short pass versus safe defense. Not going to pick up the yards doing it that way, OKC. But short pass versus safe defense. 16. Wow, getting a lot of low rolls here. Okay, 16. This is going off the quarterback's completion, and his Wally Williamson's completion rating is an A. Oh, too bad. It's an incomplete. Man, they are totally getting shut down. I think whatever mojo Oklahoma City had going, it is totally shut down because they made 1 yard in 3 attempts, and they are going to have to kick it off. So go for the punt. 64 on the punt. Of course, it's an unusual. Go to the unusual punt chart. Haven't been paying attention. I hope I haven't come across the second quarter yet. Oh, well. 13 on the unusual punt. 13 is a 54-yard kick, but there's a penalty on the play. So I'll do the 54-yard kick and see. Let's see what the penalty is before we worry about anything else. 24. Let's see. 24 on a kick is offensive false start. 5 yards, repeat down. Yeah, I don't think Chicago doesn't want to accept that. They'll say, nope, don't worry about it. So it's going to be 54 yards. And it doesn't say it was a return. So I'm going to say that there is no return. So 21, 31, 41, 49, 39, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25-yard line. So Chicago will be picking it up 1st and 10 on their 25-yard line. And can Oklahoma City start to shut this Chicago steamroller down? Short pass versus pass defense. Short pass versus pass defense of 53. Is G a 2 pass? G is a 2 pass, but he's a 2 negative. Darius Wilkinson, but he's only a negative 1, 2. Oh no, I was looking at his run. I gotta stop doing that. Make sure I'm looking at the right one. His pass rating is a 1. So no. Is he rated a 0 pass? No. Otherwise, D6 yards. So 1 whole yard, just a quick little shot over the line, stopped real quick, but he did pick up 1 yard. Or Chicago did pick up 1 yard. Medium pass versus a run. Going deep on a medium or on a second down. Medium pass versus a run defense. This will probably get them something. You would think it would anyways. 55. Unusual results table. Jeez, getting nothing but unusual results all over the place. 62 on the unusual results. 14 yards, hard hit. Okay, well, let's see, 62. Yeah, that's 14 yards, just a hard hit. I mean, there is, hard hit, go to page 68. Does it bounce out? Does it bounce out? It could. It could. Hard hits 24. Is DR rated 0? So that would be the designated receiver. No, it's not rated 0. Complete. So he does get the complete. So he does pick up the 14 yards, or they do pick up the 14 yards. 26, 36, 40-yard line. 1st and 10. Time ticking away. Are Chicago gonna be able to score again? It's a possibility. It's looking like it. Short pass versus safe defense. Chicago has definitely got the mojo going now, and they are just running riot act over Oklahoma City's defense. If I have the right cards up. Short versus a safe, right? Yeah, 1st and 10. Short versus run. Blitz. Short versus safe. 52. Is F a zero pass? F is a zero pass, but he's a plus if they're within the 50-yard line. They are within the... Oh, no, they haven't hit the 50-yard line yet. So, zero pass. Yes, use the XS column. 33. They're going to pick up more yards on this one. Is EC a zero pass? Which is their tight end, Ben Stanford. He is not a zero pass. Makes out after catch, picks up 13 yards. Big gain for Ben Stanford. So it's a 1st and 10 from the Oklahoma City's 47. And Oklahoma City cannot stop these bootleggers right now. Inside run versus a safe defense. 65. Is Jay a run zero? Jay, oh, you know what? Normally Jay is Tyree Cherry, but he has been injured and he's been replaced by Ricky Hollis. And Ricky Hollis is not a run zero. He's a run one. So he's stacked up for only a 1-yard gain. So hit hard, stopped quick, makes a grand total of 1 yard unless the running back is questionable. And again, I don't believe, there's no first line running backs that would be questionable. All right, so don't have to worry about that. But it is still 1 yard gain. 2nd and 9 from the 46. Inside run versus safe. Again. 13. Ooh, this is going to possibly be a big one. Inside run versus safe of 13. And we're going to have to look to the runner's completion. His inside run grade. So it's going to be 3. Inside run is Noah. Okay, where's Noah? His inside run grade is a D, and he gets hammered hard for a 1 yard loss. So that gain that they did make, they just lost it. 3rd and 10 from the 47, which is going to be a long play. So we're going to go inside. Really? An inside run on a long play versus a pass? Hey, well, that inside run could pay off against the pass defense. And it's a 56. H, a run 2. H is a 1 plus. Are we within we are not within the 50-yard line, defensive line. Cuts, so no. Is EA a run 2? John Tay Reed is not a run 2. XR column, otherwise 6 yards. All right, so manages to pick up 6 yards. So 4th and 4. 47, 46, 45, 44. Oh, they were within. So, okay, well, too late to go back. So 47 to the 41. 4th and 4 from the 41. Ugh. Let's take a look and see what Chicago's kicker is like. His field goal kicker. He's rated AAA. So let's take a look. Field goal attempts at AAA. From the 41-yard line plus 13, so it'd be 54. Yeah, it's a 1 in 10 chance. They're not going to take that chance. They're already ahead. No need to give Oklahoma City the good field position. And I have not been marking time for the last couple plays. Again, I've got to figure out a way to keep better track of that. They are going to punt. And they're, okay, so punt, 41 on the punt table. Average distance returnable. So the average distance, Michael Cromer is 44 yards. So it's going to go 41, 31, 21, 20, 31, 21, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Lands on the 7-yard line. It is returnable. Let's see, how far are we going to be able to return it? 14 for the routine return. 14. Oh, bad. -8 yards from the return grade. And Oklahoma City's returner is Rondell Campbell, who's only got a punt return of 8 yards. -8 yards to that means the ball hung in the air for a very long time and was no return. So Oklahoma City will pick it up 1st and 10 on the 7, and a very, very long way to go with about 5 minutes left in the half. All right, so OKC has got a long way to go and a short time to get there. We're going to do what they say can't be done. Smokey and the Bears. I know, Chicago Bears, the Bears, but this is the fictional league, so we can't do the Chicago Bears for Smokey and the Bear. So Smokey and the Baron. The cattle baron. All right. Well, again, I'm going to step in as general manager, and we're going for a long pass. We need to get. We've been here before. We've been here before this quarter. It went bad for us. We're going to start off with a long pass. Long pass versus a safe defense. Oh. See, one of the reasons I don't call a lot of the plays because I suck at play calling. So I probably do pretty good against another player, but against Al's solitaire deck, and I've used other of Al's solitaire systems, I suck at it. So I'm more than happy to just let the deck play it out. So long pass versus safe defense. 12. Oh, this could be good. This could be huge. Go with the quarterback's rating. Oh, Wally Williamson's only a completion of A, but you know what? When you're rolling a long pass and you get a 12 on the dice roll, you're looking at 2Q plus D6 yards. His Q rating is 11, so 22 plus a D6. 23-yard pickup. Big pass. Nice pass. I don't even know why I'm putting this back there. It's not like you can really see my sheet. But okay, let's just go ahead. So 1st and 10 from the 22 yards, 23 from the 30-yard line. There we go. And make sure we mark the time. I need to have someone standing right behind me to whack me every time I forget to mark the time. At least then I'll probably start remembering it. And I've probably passed have I passed the 2 quarter? I may not have. There's the 4th quarter. Actually, I may not have hit no, they're way back at the beginning. All right, so yeah, I'm an idiot. I didn't see it. I'm sure probably some of you guys saw it. So we'll do, yeah, okay, well, we'll shuffle the deck now then. So, and the thing is, if the quarter indicator, end of quarter indicator comes up again in the same quarter, you just ignore it. So if I get the 2nd quarter sigil, insignia, warning, whatever, I just go ahead and ignore it on the 2nd time through. Cut the cards. All right. Oklahoma City is picking it up. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. And it's going to be an inside run versus safe. Actually, since it's in or out, I'm going to choose to go out. I'm stronger on the outside with Malik Garner. He's my best running back. So outside run versus safe. I'm an adult. I can make decisions like that. Just don't tell my wife. She would disagree. 12. Ooh, another big play. Another big play off of Malik Garner's rating. His outside run rating is a AA. On the 12 is an XR column. We'll take a look at the XR column. Is a 56 on the XR column. Is a run two. Sean Lamar of Chicago defense is not a run two. Breaks tackle, spins ahead 15 yards. That's why we like going to Malik Gardner. He can pick up those big outside runs for us. So 1st and 10 from the 45. You know what? OKC might pull it off. They might be able. They're getting close to field goal position. Can they pick up a touchdown? So 1st and 10, medium pass versus the blitz. Uh-oh, Chicago realizes, you know what? The blitz worked in the pass for us to shut down the Oklahoma City run, so let's do it again. Medium pass versus the blitz. 52. Is a zero pass. Again, Sean Lamar is a zero pass. XM column, but it's going to be out of bounds. So XM column is a 12. Is the quarterback's X rating less than a 4? Is X is less than a 4. Threaded through coverage, go. Could be big. 61 on the go for it is 69 yards plus a D6. Now, normally it would have been shoved out of bounds, but it was a touchdown. How far would he have gone? 69 plus 2 yards, but he didn't have to run that far. In for a touchdown. Huge score. Let's see, that was what? That was an inside. Oh, no, that was a pass. Wasn't it? I believe it was a pass. Who would have gotten that? Who would have picked that one? Probably Kellen Bulwell. We'll say he got it. But huge pass, huge score. 66 for the extra point. I don't think 66 on the extra point makes it. Extra point 66. No good unless they're AAA. And Oklahoma's extra point kicker, Job Bouzere, his rookie year, his field goal or his extra point is only AA, so he bombs it. Does not manage to make the extra point, but you know what? That's okay. They still pick up 6. Add that into their 3 points, the field goal that they picked up in the first quarter, and the game is now 9-7. And we got about 3 minutes, 15 seconds left. That still leaves Chicago in a good opportunity to get down, maybe even blast in for a field goal. Who knows? Let's see what happens on the kickoff. 13. Oh, this is 70 yards plus the kickoff. Kickoff rating for Oklahoma City is a AAA, which, that buries it into the end zone. So Chicago is going to take it from their 20-yard line again. 1st and 10 from the 20 with 3 minutes left to play. Make sure we switch out. All right. Inside run versus a pass defense. Inside run versus pass defense. 66. Is the home team on offense? Home team is on offense. Yes. Runner tackled 1 yard short of a first down. Oh, gotta love those. 1st and 10 from the 29. Drugged down after a 9-yard gain. Chicago may be eyeing using some of their timeouts coming up. All right, what do we got next? Medium pass versus safe defense. So, medium pass versus safe defense of 22. Possible interception. Roll on the Y chart. That can't be good. Y chart. This was a medium pass, correct? Yes, it was a medium pass. 55, medium pass. Okay. Is the quarterback's Y grade 10 or more? Eek. No, Matt Hartel's Y grade is only a 2. So pass deflected by defensive lineman, just incomplete. All right, so possible interception, bounced off the defense lineman's fingertips. He bobbled it a little bit, and it went down, much to the sigh and relief of the Chicago fans, and much to the consternation of Oklahoma City. 2nd and 10 from the 29. Inside run versus safe. Oops, I forgot to mark off the time on that one. That was an incomplete pass. Inside run versus safe. We've got a 23. Okay, so it's an inside run. We got to figure out who's making the inside run. 14 on the inside run is Jones. Where's Jones at? Oh, Mr. Jones. Rufala Jones. His inside run rating is a C. He picks up 3 yards. Again, I don't know why I'm pointing it towards the book. You can't read it. Or the score sheet. So 3rd and 7 from the 32. 3rd and 7. That's going to be a long attempt or long call play. So screen pass versus safe defense. Screen pass versus safe defense of 23. Is D or K a 2 pass? D is a 1 pass. K is a 1 pass as well, so no, goes to the XS column. XS column of 23 is TA is 0 pass. TA. Kyle Choyane is a 2 pass, so he's not a 0 pass. No, over the middle, 11 yards. There we go. Chicago likes to see that. Picking up the first down, 1st and 10 from the 44. Definitely putting the pressure on Chicago at this point. Now we're under the 2-minute warning before the half. Do they want to use a timeout? No, they do not want to use a timeout. They will keep... No, you know what? Actually, they will use a timeout. They will use a timeout at this point. So, minute 50, 1st and 10 from their 44. Inside run versus the blitz. Inside run versus the blitz. 12. Uh-oh. Let's see. Who did their inside run? Their inside run was to 5, which was Noah. And what's Noah's inside run? Noah's inside run. Where is he? Where is he? Dathan Noah, his inside run is a D, which is a 1-yard loss. I don't know why Chicago is using their second-rate running backs and wide receivers at this point, but maybe they're doing it to confuse Oklahoma City. So 2nd and 11 from the 45 or 43. They're going to let the time run on that. Outside run versus a safe defense. Why are you running? Why are you running the ball? You should be passing. At least I would be passing. Outside run versus a safe. 15. Again, we're going to have to figure out who got the ball. 1 on the inside run is, again, Noah. Noah's inside run is a D. Stop giving Noah the ball. He's not that good, especially in a clutch situation like this. D, 2-yard loss. I guess maybe they're trying to give him some seasoning. So 3rd and 13 from the 41. Okay. This is going to put it 3rd and 4th and more than 11. So this is going to put it in the very long play call. So short pass versus the blitz defense. All right, I'm convinced Chicago's coaching staff seems to have completely lost their mind. So short, because they are going to be kicking off in the second half, and they need to get some more points on the board. So short versus a blitz. 21. Okay. This is a short pass. We're going off of the quarterback's completion rating, which is quad A. Again, Matt Harrell is probably one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He's an exceptional quarterback. Why he's playing with Chicago, I don't know. Chicago's a mid-rate team at best. But 21 with a quad A, picks up D6 yards and pushed out of bounds. So picks up 5 yards before they're pushed out of bounds. They actually probably passed it purposely to go out of bounds. So picked up 5 yards, 4th and 8 from the 46. Just wasn't there. Just was not there at all. So they're going to have to punt. They are going to have to punt because they are well outside of field goal range. So 64 up there, that is, but we're not in the fourth quarter. 64 on the punt is going to be unusual. Will you stop giving us unusual? We don't like unusual results. 46 on the unusual punt table. 46 is a 27-yard punt. Horrible punt and a penalty on a play. So 27 yards with a penalty on the play. I'll go ahead and mark the time. Now the penalty is going to be 36 on a kick play. It's going to be 3D, which is offensive, ineligible receiver downfield or downfield too early. 5 yards, repeat down. You know what? It was such a horrible kick. Chicago or Oklahoma City's probably going to say, "Nah, we're okay with it. We're fine." So it was a 27-yard kick. And I'm going to assume it didn't say that there was no eligible return. So we're going to say, yeah, it doesn't specifically say that there was no return. So we're going to assume that there is a kick return. So let's go ahead and pull for the kick return. 24 on the punt return. 24 on the punt return. Oh, 6 yards. And there's an injury on the play. So the ball actually goes 21 yards, which will put it at the 46, 44, 34, the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 32, but we have an injury on the play. 64 on the injury chart. Okay. Defender I injured, which is Parker Roy, which is defensive tight end. And a 53 for knee twisted out for after hit out for rest of the game. Jeez. Oklahoma City's taking a beating with injuries. You know what? I say, Chicago, obviously they're all mafiaed up. So they're playing dirty. So that's kind of why we've got so many injuries on Oklahoma City. Sheet back in there. And you know what? Chicago, it'd be nice. Oklahoma City's looking at it'd be nice if they could get a score, but honestly, they're already up and they're going to receive the ball again. They got a minute 15 to drive it downfield. Let's see what they can do. Short pass versus the blitz. Yeah, Oklahoma City's probably decided, yeah, we don't need to do the run right now. Let's just focus on our pass game. Short versus the blitz. 65. Is C a zero pass? Oh, let's change out. Is C a zero pass? C is normally he's a 1 negative, but we're not within the defense's 50-yard line, so it remains a 1. So no blitz forces, low throw, incomplete unless the receiver is exceptional. And there's only one. No, there are no exceptional receivers on Chicago. So we don't have to worry about that. So Incomplete, 2nd and 10 on the 32. And that stopped the clock. 1:10 left. Long pass versus the blitz. I don't know. Blitz didn't work out too well for him earlier. I don't know why Chicago's doing the blitz again. 33. Is the quarterback a 2 pass? Wally Williamson is not a 2. Pressured, quarterback throws the ball away, dumps it off, and there is a penalty on the play. Penalty is 34. 34 on a pass play is defensive unintentional face masking. Here we go. Post 2008, unintentional face masking penalties were no longer called. So, since it was an unintentional face masking and is post 2008, it doesn't get called. So the play goes off as normal. And what was the play? Was it 33? Oh yeah, pressured quarterback threw the ball away. Incomplete. 3rd and 10 from the 32. Nowhere near field goal range. The best they can do now is just try to drive it downfield a little bit and pass or punt it deep and try to hold Chicago to not scoring. Short pass versus safe. So actually 3rd and 10. Yeah, 3rd and 10 would be the long situations. It would be medium versus pass. Make sure I read that. I'm so used to reading the normal. I mean, you have more normals than you have the other call plays. The rest of the call plays usually put together. So medium versus pass. Medium versus safe. Medium versus pass. 51 is E, a 0 pass. Dyer Lewis is a 1 negative, but they're not within the 50-yard line, so he's only a 1. Ouch. Quarterback sacked, unless he's an exceptional quarterback, and Wally Williamson is not an exceptional quarterback. Sacked for an 8-yard loss. That is painful. 4th and 18. I don't know why I keep turning that. From the 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 24-yard line. And that will continue running the clock. And the punting team is going to come out. They're going to pop it downfield. 32 on the punt is 34. Oh, that's unusual. Let's not look at the unusual. Just unusual always, something bad always happens. Routine punts. Use punter's average grade adjusted as indicated. 32 is +5 to average. And Norris Wagner is their punter. The average is 44, so we add 5 yards to that. Return of C or better, no return. His return is C or better, so the ball hangs in the air long enough for the Chicago or for the Oklahoma City offense to get down there and smack the receiver down for no gain. That's 49-yard. 24, 34, 44, 46, 36. 24-yard line. So 1st and 10 with 45 seconds left to play. Wow. What's going to happen? So medium pass versus run defense. Oh, come on, Oklahoma. You should have known that they were going to go for the pass. Medium pass versus run defense. 55. Roll again on unusual results. I don't like the unusual results. 41 on the unusual results. Play clock expires. Oh my God, they took so much time on the play clock and the play clock expired. How much time is left? 45 seconds. That would be what? That would be what? Half the time? Yeah, I think that's half the time. Oh my God! For some reason, they let the time clock expire. Wow, you rarely ever see that. So 2nd and 10, I'm sure there's a rule in there that I'm missing, but you know what? I'm sure someone will point it out to me eventually, if anybody is even still watching the game at this point. 15, or no, that's the random short pass versus pass defense. Short pass versus pass defense of 24 is K or I is 0 pass. K is a 1. I, normally it would be Parker Roy, but he's been knocked out. So it falls to Eric Stonebreaker, who actually last season took a collarbone injury and was out for like 6 games. But he is a 2 pass, and Cordero Rand is a 1 pass, so pressured, go to the Y chart, which is a possible interception. Possible interception. It's going to be 44 on the short. Is the quarterback's Y grade 8 or more? Matt Harrell's Y rating is only a 2, so no. Pass broken up, incomplete. All right, so it's an incomplete pass. They can live with that. 3rd and 10 from the 24 with 15 seconds left to play. 3rd and 10, that is going to be a long call, so outside run versus a blitz. Okay, outside run versus the blitz. 33. Is SB a run 0? SB is Devontae Grantham. He is a run 0. Missed assignment, swamped for no gain. Uh-oh, that's bad. So that's going to put it 4th and 10 from the 24. And that's going to bring it down to 5 seconds left. And so with the punt, see if anything unusual happens on the punt. 13 on the punt. Long floating kick, plus 15 yards to average, returnable. The average for Michael Cromer, Chicago's rookie punter, is a 44. So 15 yards to that. So 59-yard punt. And it's returnable. 25. Punt return 25 is going to be, minus 5 yards from the return. So that will, that's basically, I didn't think there was going to be a run back, but that runs out the clock. End of the half. Score at halftime here in Al Capone Stadium. Oklahoma City 9, Chicago Bootleggers 7.